Morning and welcome to this Thursday session of Yoga Live. Sit comfortably. See that both sitting bones are evenly on the support. Keep the trunk extended. Lift the armpits away from the hips, creating space in the trunk. Broaden across the rib cage, broaden across the chest. Lift your ears away from the shoulders and feel the length of the spine. Take the arms out to the side, lengthen the wrists away from each other. Bend the elbows and join the palms together. The palms are not pressed, but rather just touching. Focus on the breath. We'll begin by chanting Om 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Slowly release your hands, open your eyes, interlock your fingers, rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up the arms. We're going to hold this posture for 3 full breaths. Breathe in. Maintain the height of the armpits and breathe out. Breathe in. Maintain the height of the armpits. Breathe out, softening the abdomen. One more time, breathe in. Soften the abdomen as you breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out to release your hands. Roll the shoulders back. Take your right hand behind you. Take your left hand over the right knee. 3 breaths once again. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, move the navel, move the shoulder blade, and move the chin. Breathe in. Out, move the navel a little more. Once more. Breathe out, soften the abdomen and twist a little. In. Once again, breathe in. And as you breathe out, take your left hand behind you, your right hand over the left knee, and breathe in to lift the sides of the tongue. Breathe out, soften the abdomen. Breathe in, lift the rib cage. Breathe out, soften the abdomen and twist. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out and release. Breathe in once more. And as you breathe out, release and turn to front. Change the bind of your interlock. Rotate at the wrist. Turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up the arms. 3, 4 breaths in. Slight pause. Release the breath. In. Out. One more time. Breathe in. Take the height of the armpits, and as you breathe out, soften the abdomen. Full breath in once more. Out to release your hands. Take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms to face up. We're going to learn to synchronize the breath with the movements, but each time slowing down the breath. Breathe in to raise up the arms. When the breath stops, the arm stops. When the arm stops, the breath stops. Out and release. Keep the palms facing. So you may have to adjust the arms or the breath, but it has to be synchronized. Breathe out completely. Maintain the height of the armpits. Now breathe in, raise up the arms. Slight pause, hold the breath. Breathe out and release. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to release. This time slower the arm action and slower the breath. Last one, breathe in. As you release, as slowly as you can, release the arms and release the breath in a controlled manner. Take a few normal breaths in between. Now breathe in to raise up the arms, palms facing each other. And as you breathe out, turn the palms to face forward, turn the armpits to face forward. Breathe in to lift the armpits, lift the wrist, spread the palms and spread the fingers. Feel the full extension of the trunk. Maintain the height of the armpits and breathe out. Out and soften the abdomen. Breathe in a full extension of the trunk and the arms. Out, release your hands onto your knees. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to move with the breath once more, spinal extensions. You'll find that we've included this action almost daily to allow for the flexibility and the release of the spine. Breathe in, lift the armpits away from the floor. Breathe out, soften the abdomen. Breathing in, move the navel and sternum forward, lift the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, move the navel back, move the sternum back, tuck the chin in. Now synchronize the movements with the breath on your own. Breathe in, forward and up. Breathe out, back and down. Breathe in, lift the crown of the head. Breathe out, tuck the chin. Forward and up, lift the crown of the head. Breathe out. Take the navel back, take the sternum back, tuck the chin in. Now stay here. Feel the rounding of the back and take shorter breaths. Feel the inhalation and the exhalation happening just around the navel area. Lift the trunk, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head. Now breathe in, fill up the breath from the pubic area to the navel to the sternum, and the sternum to the armpits. Filling up the chest, and as you breathe out, soften the abdomen. One more full breath in. And as you breathe out, come back to center, release the head, gaze forward. Breathe in, raise up both the arms. A full extension of both sides of the tongue. And as you breathe out, release your left hand onto the mat and walk the left hand across. Press onto the palm, turn the navel and face forward. Now as you breathe in, you're going to pin down the right hip and lift the right armpit away, feeling the stretch at the side of the tongue. A full breath in, breathe in. Out and soften the abdomen. Feel the breath touching the armpit as you breathe in. 2 more times, breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften the abdomen. Out, soften the abdomen. Breathe in to come up. And change sides. A full extension of the left side. Walk your right hand across. Turn the navel and sternum to face forward. You're going to breathe in and lengthen the left armpit away from the hip, feeling the stretch on the left side. You're going to breathe into the left side of the arm. A full breath in, breathe in. Slight pause, breathe out and soften the abdomen. Breathe in. Pause, breathe out. In. Out, soften the abdomen. Breathe in to come up. Roll the shoulders back. Interlock your fingers once again. Rotate at the wrist, turn the palms away from you. Breathe in and raise up the arms. A full extension of the sides of the tongue. Feel the length of the arms and the spread of the palms. Now as you breathe in, move the upper arm slightly behind your ear. Feel the full extension of the armpit. Hold this posture, breathe into the armpit area. Out, soften the abdomen. Stretch the armpit. Breathe out, allow the navel to recede. One more time, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out and release. Raise your hands, roll the shoulders back. And come to stand. Come to stand with the feet hip width apart. Roll the shoulders back. And step the legs. Place your hands on your hips. Draw the elbows towards each other. Lift the navel, lift the sternum, and lift the crown of the head. Breathe into the full length and openness of the chest. From the pubic area to the navel, from the navel to the sternum, and from the sternum, the heads of the shoulders. One more full breath in. And as you breathe out, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Take your legs slightly wider, release your fingertips onto the floor. Engage your legs, press on all 4 corners of the feet. Move your thighs back and lengthen the armpits away from the hips. A full breath in from the hip to the armpit. Breathe in. Breathing out, soften the abdomen. Taking full breaths in and out. Forward. Toe heel, walk your feet closer together. Roll the shoulders back. Turn your right leg out and left leg in. Turn the hip and trunk to face forward. Raise up the left arm. Keep your right palm on the right thigh. Now engage your legs. Press on all 4 corners of the front foot, the outer edge of the back foot. A full extension of the left side and use your breath. Breathe in to lift the armpit, and as you breathe out, slide across to the right. a full extension from the hip to the armpit and the armpit to the wrist. As you breathe in, you're going to lengthen the spine horizontally, lengthen the armpits away from the hips. Breathe full breaths in, lengthening the spine, lengthening the armpits. As you breathe out, soften the abdomen, but maintain the extension of the tongue. Now breathe in to raise up the arm and a full extension between the wrists. Maintain the extension from the hip to the armpit and 3 breaths in. In to come up. Place your hands on your hips, roll the shoulders back, turn your feet to face forward. Breathe in, lift the navel, lift the sternum, draw the shoulder blades together, roll the elbows together and feel the openness of the chest and especially the length from the hip to the armpit. Turn the left leg out, right leg in. Shift the weight of the body on all 4 corners of the front foot. Turn the hip and trunk to face forward. Place your left palm on the left thigh, raise up the right arm. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, slide down the left palm and extend on the right side from the hip to the armpit and the armpit to the wrist. The full breaths, breathing in, lifting and moving the spine horizontally, moving the armpits away from the hips. Soften the abdomen as you breathe. Breathe in to raise up the arm and lengthen the armpits away from the hips. Feel the openness of the chest. Lengthen the wrists away from each other. Breathe in, lengthen the armpits away from the hips. Breathe out, soften the abdomen. Breaths. Breathe in, come up. Turn your feet to face forward. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the elbows towards each other. Breathe in and lift the navel, lift the sternum and lift the crown of the head. Engage your feet. Now breathe in from the feet to the hips, from the hips to the armpits and feel the length of the legs and the length. Feel that the entire body has become the lung. Come onto your knees. Place the palms below the shoulders and the knees below the hips. Breathe in, lift the tailbone, lift the sternum and lift the crown of the head. Now feel the extension of the crown of the head as you lift. Maintain this posture and focus on the breath. A full inhalation. Breathe out, lift the navel, tuck the tailbone in and tuck the chin in. Feel the rounding of the back. And 3 breaths, just feel the navel rise and fall as you breathe in and breathe out. Now as you breathe out, squeeze the navel towards the back body. Arms completely. So breathe in, lift the tailbone, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, or drop the navel. And as you breathe out, lift the navel and squeeze it towards the back body and exhale completely. Focus on the breath. We're going to move slightly more dynamically now, so breathe in and out, in Out, focus on the navel. In. Out. In. Out. One more time. In. Lift the navel. Lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone. The navel drops. Come back to a neutral position. Tuck the toes under. And lift. Lift the navel, lift the hips, keep your heels off the floor. And feel the length of the side of the trunk. As you breathe in, can you lift the hips higher? Lift the armpits away from the floor. Lift the hips away from the armpits. Keep the legs straight. Move the front thigh to the back thigh. As you breathe out, release your knees onto the floor. One more time, tuck the toes under. Breathe in to lift. Feel the navel lift. Feel the hips lift. Feel the stretch of the legs and the stretch of the trunk. Slowly release your knees onto the floor and sit back. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Place your fingertips in front of the knees. Lift the navel, lift the sternum and lift the crown of the head. Move the lower shoulder blade into the body. Feel the extension of the spine. Open the buttocks to the heels or the support and stretch forward. Release the navel to the floor, release the elbows to the floor and release the forehead to the floor. Focus on just the exhalation. Release completely. Release the front body to the floor, release the back body to the floor, and surrender completely. Put your hands back. Put your hands back. Sit back onto your heels. Take the arms out to the side, turn the palms to face up. Breathe in, raise up the arms, bend the elbows. Feel the openness in the pelvic area. Feel the openness in the armpit and the lift of the elbows. Feel the length of the side of the trunk. Now soften the abdomen. Breathe in, lift the navel, lift the sternum, lift the crown of the head, become tall. Now fill the entire trunk with the breath. As you breathe out, soften the abdomen. Your palms are resting on the shoulders behind you. Full inhalation. As you breathe out, take the navel back. Slowly release your hands onto your thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, raise up the head. As you breathe out, draw the chin to the chest. Breathe in, raise up the head. Out, draw the chin to the chest. Up the head. Breathing out, draw the chin to the chest. Come up to a neutral position and come to lie flat. The knees up and the feet flat on the floor. Turn the palms to face up and release the spine completely to the floor. Keep your knees up and your feet flat on the floor. Now breathe in from the pubic area to the navel, navel to the sternum, and the sternum to the heart. As you breathe out, soften the abdomen. Focus on just the exhalation. Back body. Place both your hands on the abdomen. Together. Right arm all the way past the right hip. Roll over onto your right side. Soft and quiet. Press the left hand and come to sit. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the sides of the trunk. Feel the length of the spine, the length of the crown of the head. Open the chest. Join your palms. A full breath in. And as you breathe out, release the chest. As you breathe in, slowly raise up your head. Release your hands and open your arms. Wonderful day. Thank you for joining us, and we will meet